Hello, guys. What's going on? I am sorry. I got something going on. What's up, everybody? Jesse Goku. I'm back, and we actually have a brand new podcast. So this one is called Shit Talkie. It does say Tuesday. I realize that. Um, so normally we are going to do this show on Tuesdays, but today I wanted to get this one, our pilot episode, out of the way, just to kind of get started. Ignore the Tuesdays part. I am very sorry. Once again, I am your host. I am known as King Mexico, also known as Captain Mexico. What is going on? I don't have a co-host today. So yeah, there's that. If you guys are interested in joining me, so the show does have a slow start, but we started at 7, like I advertised. Um, so if you are interested in joining me, let me know. I can send you the link. I am looking for a co-host or a regular co-host on Tuesdays. So if anyone's actually interested in actually being a co-host, let me know because we are looking for a co-host for Tuesdays. Because Keyblade Sonic and Jace can't always do it. You know, Jace can't do every Monday. Sonic, there's some Mondays Sonic misses, and so we are looking to expand our co-host. Like, you know, we might even. I am gonna try to bring back SJ for some of our shows. We'll see how that goes. She is doing her own thing now. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But if you want to be a co-host for the show, let me know. Send post it in the comment section. All right. And thank you for joining us for the first episode of Shit Talkie Tuesdays. I'm gonna change the logo. There's supposed to be a comma right there between Shit Talkie. Uh, Actually, I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like. But thank you everyone that's checking out the show, that's here, that's watching live, that's checking it out. Like, you know, we have a lot more people that watch it after the fact. So this is the our profile picture. That's how it's actually going to look. So it's got the comma. It's got that. I don't know if that's a comma. What the hell is that? Anyways, it's called Shitaki Tuesdays. Trash talking everything. Today we're going to be talking about Palworld, Pokemon versus Palworld, and everything that's been going on with that. Oh shit. Well, I'm actually trying to find a co-host, somebody to come in here and kind of direct with me. Fuck. But let me go ahead and get an image for y'all. This is from another podcast. So other podcasts have been covering the subject. This is a very big subject that's been going on. So if you're like me, you kind of live under a rock, which is pretty understandable. I live under a fucking rock. But pretty much Power World is a game that came out exclusively on PC and Xbox, Xbox One, and Series X and S. And it is essentially being called a Pokemon clone. But so you capture monsters, you battle, you can fight with them. The only difference is it has like mechanics from Fortnite where you can use weapons, guns, bows and arrows. It's kind of like Ark Survivor. If you ever played Ark, you pretty much are you have to like Ark is like Minecraft. It's like a really it's like Minecraft really. That's the best way to describe it. But with dinosaurs. Except Minecraft kind of has dinosaurs now with their Jurassic Park expansion. But so you I guess you level up, you build weapons, you build tools, you can capture monsters, get them to fight for you, get them to do slave labor, or you can kill them and eat them. I think that's I saw that in one of the clips. That's pretty interesting. I think that's really cool because you if you're like me and you've been playing Pokemon for years, you've always wondered, do they eat the Pokemon? Do they ever eat the Pokemon? Like, there's no way. You cannot sit there and tell me there that everyone in that universe is a vegan or vegetarian. That's some shit right there. There's somebody that fucking eats meat and they eat Pokemon. Like, look. trying to figure out who could come on. Nobody. I got nobody. Nah, it's okay. It's first episode. And that's the crazy thing with these podcasts. Whenever we start a new podcast, this one was very last minute. We didn't advertise it except for like last night, this morning. So we don't have a link. Uh, but this podcast is being broadcasted on two separate YouTube channels. Two separate YouTube channels. There's the brand new one, which I will post the link, and there's the Geeks Five. So this podcast will broadcast on both channels. It's also being broadcasted on Twitch. You know, so far we have a few people on Twitch. We have some people on YouTube, on the Geeks Five channel, and then we have a couple people. We have like one person on the new channel, which is understandable. It's got like 17 subscribers. I really don't expect a lot of followers to just jump on that channel and check it out. But I am all right. I think I might have a co-host. Yeah, I'm trying to get somebody. All right. It's so because, like I said, everything's so last minute, and I just didn't. I'm starving too. I'm really hungry, and I haven't really eaten. And I should have eaten something, but I've had shit to do today. Work. I'm trying to avoid going into the nitty gritty of things. I'm trying to avoid bringing out like the stuff that I have so far. All right, I think I got somebody. I got a co-host. Joining me is Ray.
Hello, hello.
Welcome.
Hello. I'm
You
here.
Yes, thank you for joining me. I know it's last minute. I know it.
Sorry, if you hear food, I'm eating.
I need to eat. I probably should eat. I need to eat. So, there's an article I wanted to bring up. So I'm glad you're here. I guess I can go ahead and get. I was about to start reading this article. I really can't put it off anymore. You can eat while and listen at the same time.
Yeah. No, go off. I'm probably gonna mute just for a sec, just so
Go ahead.
I
Go ahead.
just listen, so y'all don't have to hear because I have to unwrap my burrito. So
All
I will
right.
be here listening.
So this is an article from comicbook.com, and it reads as follows: The Pokemon Company is investigating Palworld for a possible IP infringement. So the Pokemon Company has released a statement with regards to allegations to Palworld is infringing on the beloved Nintendo video game series. Over the last week, a brand new game has completely taken on the video game industry by storm. Developer Pocket Pair released a brand new game, Palworld, which is essentially an open world multiplayer game that is very similar to Pokemon. You catch various creatures that look awfully a lot like Pokemon, and you can do as you please with them from there, whether that be breeding them, making them fight, taking them somewhere to be sold. However, one of the big distinguishing factors is that these not Pokemon creatures can carry a big old machine guns, which is appealing for obvious reasons. The game has already sold for 7 million copies on Steam alone since its release on Friday, and is also available on the Xbox Game Pass title. It has shattered records for concurrent players on Steam and looks like it won't slow down anytime soon. However, many have raised concerns over whether or not this game is infringing on the Pokemon because of how similar it really is. All the way down to the character designs. Nintendo is pretty legalist company, no, and hasn't wasted any time when it comes to cracking down on Power World mods that blatantly infringe on Pokemon's IP. But the game itself has been up in the air on whether it violates anything. After no shortage of discourse, the Pokemon Company has released an official statement on its stance on Power World. The company has acknowledged the claims of it infringing on Pokemon, though didn't specifically name Power World, and is looking to investigate, take appropriate measures against anything that may be infringing on the Pokemon's IP. This is a quote from the article. We have received many inquiries regarding another company's game released in January of 2024. We have not granted any permissions for the use of Pokemon intellectual property or assets in the game. We intend to investigate and take appropriate measures to address any acts that infringe on intellectual property rights related to Pokemon. We will continue to cherish and nurture each and every Pokemon and its world, and work to bring the world together through Pokemon in the future. Now, of course, this doesn't mean that the Pokemon Company will take anyone to court or pursue legal action. At this time, however, Palworld is certainly on Pokemon, the company's radar. And the fact that it had to make a very public statement that, like, it seems that it means it's not something insignificant. Whether anything comes from this remains to be seen. We'll just have to wait to see what happens prior to Pokemon Company's statement. Pocket Parrot already stated that it was not worried about the claims of Palworld plagiarizing Pokemon. So there's some tea to be shared with this that's been going on with Palworld versus Pokemon. So for those of you that don't know, I did mention it in the article, but there was a modder that made uh, they made a Pokemon mod. Let me see if I can pull up footage of it. All right, I actually do have footage. Okay. So let's go ahead and show you for those of you that haven't seen the footage of Palworld, it's not really that. Okay, so okay, I forgot that I'm supposed to. Sorry, I messed up. So the article that I was sharing, it didn't share, but that's the video. Let me see if I can find a bigger video. Let's see. Do we? So I don't see an actual video of it. I think people are trying to avoid that at the moment. I remember seeing video footage of it, of the look, we're right here. Previously watched. So, with that being said, so the modder did make a statement saying that they have come after the modder for the mod that they created. Nintendo did have it taken down. The mod is officially gone. As a matter of fact, there was a statement released by Nexus Mods saying that they're not allowing anyone to release any kind of Pokemon-based mods for Palworld. Therefore, they're going to take down every mod that involves some kind of Pokemon infringement on the IP, which is insane because Nexus Mods, they have mods for all kinds of games. I use mods all the time. I'm currently using mods for Days Gone on the PC. I'm using mods for Fallout 3, Vegas, and 4, and I got those from Nexus Mods. Nexus Mods is not taking any Pokemon mods. They're not. They're just not going to allow that. That's not going to happen. Oh, yeah, no, I will. But, yeah, no, this is. Are you still eating?
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say
Okay.
I'm back, and I do have a interesting point to make. That I have seen plenty of like knockoff Pokemon ads. Now, granted, I don't know if the game is very similar in style to Pokemon, but I'm curious why Pokemon. I guess because it was put on Pokemon's radar enough, but still at the same time, I'm like, there are so many other ads that are like clearly trying to rip off Pokemon versus things that might be very similar to Pokemon. So I don't know. Maybe that's just because
Well,
I'm in Pokemon
here's one of the
space a
images
lot.
that they have for it's for one of the podcasts. This is a podcast that was
Mhm.
covering it.
Yeah.
So I don't
Hmm.
know who this. I don't know who the one on the left is, but the one on the right is Lucario.
Yeah.
That looks awfully like Lucario. It looks more like Anubis, honestly, the god of death from the Egyptian lore. But
Yeah.
like it's shit like this is the reason why. And here's the thing. The crazy thing is like it's not even like so I'm pretty sure Nintendo's only saying something because they got like thousands of like their fanboys to just start like they were getting thousands, maybe thousands of thousands, hundreds of thousands of emails a day of people just saying, "Hey, they're ripping off Pokemon. They're ripping off Pokemon. You need to do something. They're hurting Pokemon. They're ripping it off." And then here comes Nintendo, like, well, we know about it. It's not really like we'll see if there's anything we can do. I doubt there's anything we can. We'll figure it out. We'll see if they're like, if Palworld slips and they have a Pokemon, they have a Palworld, whatever the fuck they're called, monster that's kind of like Pokemon, that just it's way too similar, and they can probably get them for that. Yeah, they will. They'll take any opportunity. You give Nintendo an inch, they'll take a mile. What's really pissing me off though, like no offense, Ray, I know you've been on the show before. You were here for our Power Ranger special when we had Jenna.
Mhm.
Like but I gotta, you're a Pokemon fan, so no offense, but I fucking cannot stand like a lot of Pokemon fans.
I don't know. You're good. I can totally understand it. Because a lot of Pokemon fans are so ride or die to the point where stuff like this goes on.
Well, no, it's not just that though. Like I'm ride or die with Dragon Ball Z, but there are some Pokemon fans that have sexualized these animals,
Yeah.
and it's fucking gross and it's fucking weird. There was even a panel at I already spoke to Delta. They're very much aware of it. I
Yeah.
don't care if the host of the panel, like, we're not exactly buddies. I respect them as a panelist, but like the running joke, I'm pretty sure you heard it, but the running joke is that Vaporeon is like the best sexual partner.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go into reasons why. It was like a YouTube video. It blew up. It was trending. I remember watching it and being confused, and then I think I understood it halfway through, and I was just like, it wasn't. I don't remember all the details of it because I've only seen it once. But I remember watching it and thinking to myself, "Oh my god, please tell me this is fucking fake. Like, please tell me somebody just made like I don't like. Please tell me like I don't even know what to say at this point. I was like, please tell me an adult didn't make this shit."
You'd be surprised. No, I haven't seen it, but I have heard of it because it was one of those things that blew up way too fast, and everyone started making jokes out of it, and I was just like, okay, I guess. There's always I don't know. I feel like I've been in enough crazy fandoms to where, because I've been through so many different fandoms of just like crazy shit that I'm kind of to the point where I'm just like, crazy shit happens? Yeah. You know, I'm in my own corner doing my own thing. Especially with Pokemon, because, yeah, that's a totally fair point of there is so much good, bad, and everything in between that I just tend to be on the side of people who shiny hunt, people who have fun with it, you know? Um, yeah. Yeah, no, that's completely fair. And, like, honestly, I don't know. I love Pokemon, but I'm not to the point where I'm like, I'm doing stuff like this, or I'm, that's just not my kind of thing. So I tend to stay as far away from it
No,
as,
I got you.
as possible.
I don't blame you. So I do play Pokemon. I'm not like a super fan. I do play the game. Um, I gotta remove some stuff on here
Yeah.
so I can upload. But let me see. This is an image. So here's one of the mods. This is an image from the mod itself from the game.
Yeah.
So that's Ash right there in the game with a. You can't really tell because the picture is like shit quality.
Yeah.
But like there's Pikachu's like with pickaxes mining. They're doing some kind of slave labor. I don't know. This is from the actual game. See, this one actually looks like one of the Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is interesting. I'm digging this. This right here.
Oh,
That
I don't
looks
know
more
about
like
that one.
Totoro.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know about the last one. The last one looks similar to a Pokemon, and you can kind of pinpoint it, but I think it's the face that threw me off.
Right. Yeah. No, it's there are some that do look like an actual Pokemon. There's some that, there's probably one out there that looks like Pikachu. Um there's definitely like, oh, okay, here's one. This is an interesting one, and I will share this one real quick. Um I got to remove some of these images though because we're running out of space. Yeah, we're out of
Yeah,
space again. But here's one. This looks like Luxray.
yeah, that just looks straight up.
This is a this
You know
one
what it
is
reminds me of? And I've
what?
been to, so I went to Collecticon last year,
Mhm.
and they have mainly a lot of official stuff because I don't think they're pretty strict about like letting in knockoffs, but a few knockoffs do always end up showing up.
Always.
Always. And so it's giving like knockoff plushie vibes where they change it just a little to where there's you can still tell it's the same thing, but you genuinely get that vibe. That's what I'm getting from this.
For the viewers that are watching maybe the later show or watching live, here is, I'm gonna go ahead and upload an image of Luxray. I need to get rid of some of these damn images because we have a lot. Uh, no, they're making me get rid of the bear.
The bear.
So our mascot's a bear. Here we go. So this is a better image, kind of to show off for our viewers that don't know who Luxray is. So this is Luxray. This is an alpha Luxray from Pokemon Legends Arceus. They're usually not that big compared to the person.
Yeah.
This is an alpha, but like you can see the resemblance. You can definitely see it. Is that I mean, that's not gonna get them taken down or sued. I could see where the issue is though. Um I don't understand. So like this is where we're gonna start talking shit about, like, because my beef is with the Pokemon fandom. My beef
Yeah.
is with the oh yeah, they have better images of
I will say, rule of thumb, it's really kind of interesting. I know people tend to stay away. I know some people don't even like mess with Nintendo properties because of things like this. Oh dang.
yeah, so this is from the mod.
Sorry.
This is from the mod that got taken down. Nintendo, the modder announced that Nintendo went after them. Nintendo went after them and made him take down the mod.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane. Like that is crazy. Like Nintendo, seriously. Oh no, you haven't really missed much. We're actually, if you're interested in being in the show, send me a message and you can be on to talk. Also, guys, we do have a second YouTube channel now for this podcast. It's streaming on two YouTube channels: the initial Geeks Five Ever channel and the Shit Talkie YouTube channel. Doesn't have an actual link, but if you put in Palworld versus Pokemon, it's one of our videos. It's one of the videos that pops up. This is a super hot topic right now, and so that's why we're covering it. I even got a new webcam today, but I'm not going to be on webcam because I'm lazy.
I still need to get one. Sorry. Oh, my drink went down the wrong pipe. Um, no, yeah, people tend to not mess with the Nintendo, and honestly, I don't blame the people that don't. And honestly, I wish Nintendo was more chill with it, especially. But I know, like, there are big companies that are really overprotective of their properties. But it is kind of annoying because it's like, if you let your fans have even an ounce of the control that I know that Pokemon fans have, like, just a slight bit, and there could be some really cool creative things that come out of out of these, not even just Pokemon, but just Nintendo properties in general, and they don't let it. They're just Nintendo. I'm not.
Nintendo. Well, I mean, they're protective of their shit because one, like, I don't know if I know exactly how old you are. I'm not gonna put your age out there though, but
Yeah.
you are. You probably didn't. You probably don't know this, or you probably do. I don't know, but Nintendo has had their IPs on other consoles before. They had, everyone talks about the Philips CGI, it was CDI or whatever the fuck it was called, with Hotel Mario and Link, the quest of, well, the stupid Link, the Legend of Zelda games that came out on the CDI.
I started with DS, so yeah, I can kind of get it. I started playing Pokemon on DS when X and Y came out. That was my kind of first introduction to the game side, because up till then I had only been in like the card space. So,
Right. So there's a lot of people that remember those video games being on the Philips CDI, but a lot of people don't remember or don't know that Mario Brothers, before they were called Super Mario Brothers, they were called the Mario Brothers, and they were on the Atari 2600, 5200, and I think 74. It was the last Atari console before they released the Linux and the Jaguar. So at one point, Nintendo had their shit. They had Donkey Kong, Mario Brothers on this Atari console, and then they came out with the NES in North America. Well, they came out with they came out with the Famicom in Japan, and then in the United States, they were so protective of their console, their games, because at the time we had gone through the video game crash. Video games were seen as a toy for children. They weren't seen now as a billion-dollar multimedia industry. But back then they were so protective, and they've always been protective. And then the Mario Brothers movie didn't help, and it kind of ruined, like, it kind of made them even stricter with their IPs. So now they don't share shit. You'll never see Mario on PlayStation or Xbox unless one of two, it's either the console's modded or the company went out of business, which I doubt will ever happen, at least not in our lifetime. Because we didn't think Sega was going to go out of business. We never thought Sega was going to ever go out of business. They didn't go out of business. I'm sorry. We never thought they were going to get out of the console market, and they did. Now, at the time, maybe we were too young to see the writing on the wall, but now that I'm older and I see all the shit that Sega did, all the mistakes they made, all the bullshit, I think back, I'm like, yep, yeah, they were struggling. They were trying to catch up to Nintendo, and they did catch up to Nintendo, but they made so many mistakes. They should have played the long. It was a marathon, not a sprint. They sprinted, they got winded, and now they make video games for the consoles. They no longer make consoles. Nintendo, they don't try to compete with the console power of the PlayStation and the Xbox. They make, like, look at the Nintendo Switch. Look at that console. That console's 7 years old now. That thing is a piece of shit. It is, like, there are smart toasters that have more computing power than the Switch.
You know what's crazy? I think the Steam Deck is like everyone my age generally wants a Stream Deck more than they have wanted a Switch.
Oh no, the Steam Deck is amazing. The Steam Deck is a portable PlayStation 4. The Nintendo Switch is legitimately a portable PlayStation 3.
Can attest though, because I'm a big Kingdom Hearts fan, and oh my god, the ports to Switch. We're not even gonna get into that one. How bad that is. So
Right.
bad. Hello.
Hello, welcome guys.
Hello.
Luciano, we got my boy Farknocker. What's going on? Sharing the comments. So no, I mean, like, maybe in a future trash talk episode you can be on. Right now I'm just, like, literally I have the mic all the way extended on my, so I can sit down on my lazy, like, lean back on my lazy boy.
Yeah. I'm there. I'm in my chair all the way back. Oh my gosh. I'm as comfortable as I can get because today was long day.
Oh, we're just here talking about Power World versus Pokemon. So let's go ahead and show those images one more time. We did read an article about Nintendo doing an investigation on Power World. We did talk about the this is the advertisement from another podcast. I guess check them out. Check out the Punching Up a Nintendo podcast. Now, I wanted to address the fanboys, the fans, the Nintendo fans, the people that ran the SJWs, the people that ran to Nintendo's defense. Like Nintendo needed them to do it. These fucking individuals, and I get it. I like Mario Brothers. I like Super Mario Brothers. I have a Nintendo Switch. I play Mario. I like the older school Mario parties. I have Luigi's Mansion. I got some GameCube games, some Wii games, a couple Wii U games, some N64 games. I love the original Super Mario Brothers. I can play that shit for days. Super Mario World is possibly my favorite Mario game of all time. I like Nintendo. I like their consoles. I like their games. I play Pokemon. I just don't like the fact that these SJWs are jumping to Nintendo's defense. Like they're a defenseless, innocent child. Like they can't fucking fight for themselves. Like they can't do shit for themselves. Let me put it like this. This is a multi-billion-dollar company. This is a multi-billion-dollar company that sells a portable tablet that can attach a couple controllers to it. And then they sell their fucking IP games for like $60 to $70 now. They don't lower the fucking prices. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu is still like $50 to $60. That game came out in what, like before the pandemic, I can tell you that. Sword and Shield still same price. Super Mario Brothers Wii U Deluxe still same price. Mario Kart 8, that's not even a new Mario Kart. That was the same Mario Kart from the Wii U. Still $60. They don't lower their fucking prices. Their games are great. They're amazing. They're fun to play. But don't pretend like these people aren't fucking rich. Don't pretend like they don't have the best fucking lawyers in the industry right now. They probably have the same fucking lawyers that Vince McMahon has to get out of all those fucking all that bullshit that he got accused of. Like Nintendo has enough money to they could fill their restrooms with toilet paper rolls of $100 bills, wipe their asses with it, and call it a day. Like they don't need you, the common person, defending them. They don't need you to go and fight their battle. They knew about Power World. There's no fucking way this company did not know about Power World. They knew, and there's probably nothing they can do. They're probably only responding to all this because the people are messaging them saying, "Hey, like they're ripping off Pokemon, and I don't like it because Pokemon is life." And I get it. There are people obsessed with Pokemon just as much as I'm obsessed with Dragon Ball. I am completely obsessed with Dragon Ball. If you don't know that, well, everyone knows that. But like, I'm not gonna go and defend toy animation. I'm not gonna take a bullet for them. If they fuck up, they fuck up. If somebody rips off Dragon Ball, which people have ripped off Dragon Ball. Look at Naruto. Look at Yu Yu Hakusho. You know, look like Bleach has taken inspiration from Dragon. Everybody takes inspiration from other things. Like look at Superman. He has lots of inspiration. Like there's other characters that are just rip-offs of him. Captain Marvel, who's now known as Shazam, was a rip-off of Superman. Sentry is a ripoff of Superman. And if you don't know who Sentry is, he's from Marvel. They haven't introduced him in the movies yet, so you probably don't know who that is. I think it's bullshit that Nintendo went after a modder. Like the guy's not charging money for the mod. It's not like he's like, okay, I made a Pokemon mod for Power World that'll be $10. I don't know if you heard about this, but Nintendo once they sued somebody into the ground for ROM hacks, and that person owes Nintendo. They lost so they went to court, and the court ordered the individual to pay millions of dollars back to Nintendo and lost profit. This person does not have that money. They're going to be paying Nintendo back for the rest of their lives. It's how little shits Nintendo gives about its actual fucking fandoms. No, you're good. You're good. All right, let's address some comments. Nintendo's prices are stupid expensive. Also, what's up? The Switch can be good system, still the best at local co-op games. I mean, it's a great system, but it's still like when it comes to like the power of the Switch, it is when you compare the Switch to like any other console, it is by far the worst thing right now. Uh, this reminds me of the whole Mobile Legends, League of Legends deal. Like, even though League has been around longer on PC, Mobile Legends been on mobile before League even came out. With Wild Rift, there are several characters that are similar on both games. Fiction is a ripoff of everything. Yeah, that's right. Everything is a ripoff of everything. But look at, I mean, this is a debate that we've had before. And by the way, we're not called Punching Up Nintendo Podcast or whatever the hell that's called. We just changed the image to the, yeah, let's use this one. So I don't know who this is on the left, but I know this is Luxray from Pokemon. And that image is from Pokemon Arceus Legends Arceus. I mean, guys, come on. I mean, it's
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think? Okay, let me ask you. You said your first Pokemon game was
X and Y. The so X and Y, I believe, was the first proper modeled Pokemon game. And honestly, I do not remember because I was so young when I got into it. I don't remember how I got into X and Y, but I just remember it being my first game because I had a DS at the time, and it was like, well, I collect Pokemon cards. Why not try the game?
right. I mean, okay, actually, okay. So somebody brought up okay. So we were talking about ripping off things. Fiction is a ripoff of everything. You know what? I don't know if you know what this is. Probably in the comment section, y'all know what this is. But Pokemon is just cockfighting for kids.
Wait, say again?
Pokemon is cockfighting for kids.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do you know what cockfighting is?
I feel like I've heard it
So,
somewhere.
okay. So when I say cockfighting, I don't mean you're gonna go like it's like I don't mean like two dudes rubbing like swinging
Mm.
their stuff around and fighting like it's Star Wars. No, 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 no. So cockfighting is the original name for two roosters fighting the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
So it's rooster fighting.
Yeah.
So, but it was called cockfighting. So that's what Pokemon is. Literally, it's just cockfighting for kids. Like, because, like, you have dog fights, you have cockfights, and guess what? A lot of the Pokemon are birds and dogs or dog shaped animals.
Yeah, pretty much.
Literally, and it. I mean, RPGs is. I love RPGs. That's a whole different subject for a different day. I just don't like the whole turn based shit. Like, I don't like that anymore. The turn based thing was great in the beginning, but now that I'm older and I understand shit more, turn based just doesn't make any sense. If I'm the
It just
enemy,
it
if
gets
I'm
oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say it gets to the point for me where it's like I just want this thing to die so I can move on.
Right. If I'm the bad guy and my job is to win at any cost, fuck the rules. I'm gonna keep smacking you around with my stick. I'm not gonna
Although
take
I
turns.
am glad with Scarlet and Violet because for me, this is just my ADHD talking, but I don't like sticking to one plot line. So I'm glad there's at least the different options of what route you want to do, because my brain when playing other Pokemon games is like, I have to stick to this thing until I get it done, and it's so long half the time. I'm just fighting this, like, you fight the same grunts over and over again. It just gets kind of repetitive and boring at times.
Right, right.
So I feel that, even as, and I enjoy like every Pokemon game that comes out. I enjoy playing like turn based. Like, I don't mind, but at the same time, I don't play consistently, and I'm always off doing other things. So
No, I get it. Just as a reminder, guys, the this is a mature audience podcast only. Also, we do have an open mic policy today. So if you're interested in being on the show, hit me up on Instagram right now at instagram.com/geeks5ever. I can send you the link code. We're keeping it to we do have a restriction. We're going to keep it to people that we know firsthand, people that we've dealt with before, worked with, or met, or I know, or I've talked to. I don't want a repeat of the anime monster incident. We came on the show and talked shit. Somebody came on the show, they named themselves Jace, and then when they finally got on, they flashed their dicks for everybody to see on the live stream. That's not
yeah,
happening again. I'm not going through that shit. I'm definitely not gonna get in trouble for that.
yeah. Oh, man, I was just telling somebody about that con the other day.
Oh, trust me, Anime Matsuri. I'm gonna dedicate an entire shit talkie to them
Oh,
because
yay.
we're gonna dedicate. So our new season of Dark Side of the Community is starting pretty soon. We're gonna have another Anime Matsuri special during the convention. We're gonna have a shit talkie special during the convention, and then we're gonna have a Geeks Five Ever convention review after the con is said and done. But just as a reminder, it is mature audience only. Remember, may contain strong language, adult themes, and extreme sarcasm. Viewer discretion is advised. Also, the opinions reflected by the co host and the host of the podcast do not necessarily reflect those of the other admins or sponsors of Geeks 5 Ever. For inquiries, email geeks5ever at geeks5ever@gmail.com. Also, this podcast is brought to you by Comic Palooza. That's right. Comic Palooza returns to the George R. Brown Convention Center in Houston, Texas. I don't have the dates because I didn't really write it down, so I'm sorry. Don't be mad, Comic Palooza.
Hold on, I got you. Ah,
I know, like we were supposed to, like it's crazy because it's part of their
May
podcast.
24th through 26th. There we
That's
go.
right. May 24th through the 26th. Go to comicpalooza.com right now to register for the convention early. Remember, if you register at the door, it's going to be expensive. Make sure you register for the convention early on so you can get that discount. And if you plan on going to the con and you want to hit up a bar, you want to have a few drinks, it's best not to drink and drive at the convention. It's best to keep it safe. Be mellow, be a fellow, stay off the roads. Go ahead and book yourself a hotel at the Hilton or the Marriott. They're both taking reservations right now for Comic Palooza, so make sure you go to their website right now. All the information is available at comicpalooza.com. Yeah.
Yay.
Shameless, soulless advertisements. Yay.
Yay.
And like it's like, oh no, Jesse sold his soul for money. Nah, bullshit. I didn't do that. I just need free badges. Badges.
Badges.
Don't be a chode and stay off the road. That's good. That's really good.
Now I'm kind of tempted to go. You know what?
Yeah, go because you know who will be at Comic Palooza? Geeks Five Ever. We'll be hosting
Yay.
panels. We'll be running around. We'll be creating chaos, and we might even be doing our podcast live from the George R. Brown Convention Center as part of their podcasting program. So you can actually be a part of our show live during Comic Palooza. Unfortunately, our show live at the convention will be watered down because it is going to be in a public setting where people can see us and be around and walk around. So, like, usually when I come on the show and I cuss a lot, that's not going to be the case then. There are some subjects we're not going to be able to talk about, but we will try to be PG 13. We'll see what we can get away with. But yeah, Comic Palooza. We do have a couple comments. Superman equals Goku. And then I had planned on Comic Palooza, but I have an Acon that weekend after, and that's Clear Cross. Wait, Acon is after the weekend after Comic Palooza? Because we were going to try for both, but I thought I had a month apart, like at least 3 weeks. No, God damn it! And we have a really great working relationship with Comic Palooza. I don't want to screw that up. No.
Sorry if you hear a horn in the background.
No, I didn't hear anything. Ninja, we'll talk. We'll talk. We'll talk.
Because there's the great thing of living next to buildings where people work, horns all the time.
So back to our discussion of Palworld versus Pokemon. Welcome to Shit. Remember, this is Shit Talkie. We have a brand new YouTube channel. It is called Shit Talkie Tuesdays. Shit Talkie Tuesdays. Yep. It is called well, actually it's showing the Geeks 5 Ever channel. Oh, okay. So the Geeks 5 Ever channel is coming up, but not the Shit Talkie one. Okay, here is it's called Shit Talkie Tuesdays. That is the name of the YouTube channel. So make sure you go. Oh, actually, we got a subscriber to the channel. Thank you so much for subscribing.
Yeah.
Actually, let me go ahead and copy that real quick, and let me go ahead and post that. So, guys, make sure you subscribe to our Shit Talkie.
But I will say, oh yeah, I was gonna say you had a question for me, right?
I kind of forgot, honestly.
No worries. I think we went off.
No, well, I kind of led into the cockfighting because I wasn't sure if you knew what cockfighting was. I kind of got the idea
there
that
you go. It ended up where it needed to.
That's something you really don't hear about anymore. It's not something that's common. Like they did it a lot in Mexico. They really don't do it over there anymore. It's illegal. They still do it like in like underground like areas, maybe clubs and shit like that, strip clubs, but they don't really do that a lot. Make sure if you haven't already, I posted the link for the Shit Talkie YouTube channel. We're gonna have a Twitch channel as well dedicated to that because this year we are going to do more content daily. So I don't know if you guys know, but our schedule has changed. The Geeks Forever podcast is still on Mondays, but we are now starting at 7 instead of 8 o'clock, and we end at 9 instead of 10. Now, when we do our specials, if we do them on a Monday, those are still 3 hours. But there is a chance we might do specials on Fridays. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We might do specials on because I'm trying to figure out when I want to do Dark Side of the Community. I might move that one to Thursdays, or we might do because we're thinking about doing a wrestling podcast as well. Professional wrestling, where we're going to cover WWE, AEW, NXT, and the returned TNA Impact Wrestling. Cool. So we got the regular podcast. We got the Shit Talkie Tuesdays. We got the Wednesday podcast, which I'm not sure what we're gonna call yet. We have the Dark Side of the Community. We have our once or twice a month specials, which aren't regular. And then we have our possibly a wrestling podcast. And I do plan on live streaming video games on the weekends or every day. We'll see, but our schedule is going to definitely. We're doing Geeks Forever this year full time. We're full time now. No more once a week. No more sometimes twice a week, once a month. We are definitely full time. We're back. And we're going national this year. We might be in Louisiana. We might be in Oklahoma. We might be in Florida this year. We might even be in Mexico. If we can hit up Mexico, a Mexico convention, we will then be international. But as of right now, we are going national. Nice. So it doesn't tell me which YouTube channel you're watching it from, But I do see here that there is somebody on the Shit Talkie channel watching us, and we do have people on Twitch watching. So I want to give a shout out to everybody watching on Twitch. As a matter of fact, thank you everyone for watching. If you watch on Twitch, thank you so much. Means a lot. As of 2023, we were in the top 10% of podcasts on this. So what does that mean? It doesn't mean we're in the top 10 podcasts. It just means we're in the top 10%. So if there's like 2 million, so we're probably like in the top 200,000, which might actually be the case. But top 10%, we'll take it. We'll take what we can get. Thank you so much. Just FYI, OkiCon was amazing. I need to bring you on the show to review that because I do want you to come on the show because Tanty is little by little, low-key becoming a Geek Survivor ambassador. Because I can't go to all the cons. I really can't. Because one, I can't afford it. Two, I don't want to. Three, I'm just focusing on life right now. Just trying to get my shit together. And so we do have ambassadors. Tanty being one that we're trying to recruit. But yes. All right. So go ahead and give any social. So Ray's gonna go ahead and take off. Is there anything that you wanted to plug before
Bye,
you left?
y'all. Um, uh, my Instagram, Ray_Greeny, and I guess, can I say what upcoming convention
Yeah,
I'm
go
going
ahead.
to? I'll be at Animeverse both Saturday and Sunday, and I'll be at the
When is
cosplay
that?
contest. So any support. February 9th through 11th. I'll be there the 10th and the 11th.
All right, you heard it here, folks.
So
February 9th through the 11th, Animeverse.
at Energy.
Oh, in Houston. Oh, cool. Wonder if it's
I'll be there.
Like I said, we're trying to keep it to one convention a month, but we'll see what happens.
Hey, look, just kind of keep me updated on it. I will for sure see if I can come to any conventions
all right,
you'll be at.
cool.
So
Definitely, and like we are going to have a full convention schedule on our Instagram, on our YouTube channel, on so our Twitch channel will also be updated with our full schedule for the week. We definitely already have some guests. We're already starting to plan to bring on some guests to the show. We already got a couple people to say yes to be guests on the show. We're definitely looking for a permanent co-host for the Shit Talkie podcast. I'm hoping to be at AllCon too. I definitely applied. I definitely applied for AllCon, so we'll definitely see how that goes. I want to get on the AllCon con. I didn't see a press. What I want you guys to do, those of you that are watching, the after show, go to AllCon right now. Go to their if they have a YouTube, if they have a Facebook group, they have a Facebook page, go in there and demand Geeks 5 Ever. Go in there and ask for Geeks 5 Ever. Hey, y'all should bring Geeks 5 Ever in. We did apply. We hope we get approved. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and check my email right now. So, like I said, we got a lot of things planned this year. We're doing the Shit Talking podcast today. This is a podcast dedicated to just talking shit. I fucking love, I like to talk a lot of shit. I'm always talking shit. So let me see what I got on here. So there is no email thus far for any of the conventions we have applied for. So we'll see how it goes. Normally these kind of things take a little longer because the problem with a lot of conventions is they wait until the last minute to say anything to you. They usually let you know like, hey, your panels were approved or they weren't approved. We're not going to bring you in this year. They don't say shit to you until like the very last minute, and it's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. So we'll know for sure closer to the convention whether we're going to go to AllCon or not. So if you guys could request us for AllCon, that'd be amazing. That'd be great. We would definitely like to go. But we're going to go back to the Palworld versus Pokemon talk that we're having. If you would like to come on the show and share some words, hit me up on Instagram.com/geeks5ever. I will send you the link to join. But Palworld, for those of you that are just joining, we did talk about the Pokemon mod that was made for Palworld. This looks great. Like, this looks amazing. I thought this was a Pokemon game. Not actually, I take that back. I didn't think that shit. For one, it's Ash. Nobody fucking likes Ash, and he's retired. But this looks really good. Like, it looks, I mean, I guess the Pokemon do look a little cartoonish and it kind of looks off a bit. But I mean, overall, it's a great looking mod. I like it. Now, Nintendo went after the modder and said, no, can't do that. Can't do that shit. No, we're not going to have it. Take that down. Or they pretty much strong armed their way and made this modder take down the mod. That is some shit. That is some shit right there. Because one, like, it's not like the guy's making any money off of this. Oh, whoa. 5 new subscribers. So for the Shit Talkie Tuesdays YouTube channel, if we can get 100 subscribers, 100 subscribers, we get our custom URL. And for the Geeks Forever podcast, we are aiming for 1,000 subscribers this year. Let's go. And we're going to start selling merch this year. It's a big year for Geeks Forever. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. We have a lot of things planned. A lot of things are going to go on. So, but while I still have y'all here, Shit Talkie will be on Tuesdays. Kind of says it in the name. I know it's Thursday, but it is called Shit Talkie Tuesdays because our regular time and schedule will be Tuesdays. Tuesday. Okay, it doesn't have the time on that one, but let me see. I have one with the time. So this is an old one. I had to adjust it, but this one does say 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube at Geeks Forever. So this is the banner we're going to use for now until we can get our custom URL for the YouTube channel. There's a lot of things that go into this shit, and so for right now, we're just going to play it safe and direct traffic towards the Geeks Forever YouTube channel. And then once the Shit Talkie podcast channel takes off, then we'll move it. Like we'll start advertising for that one. So the podcast will broadcast on both channels at the same time, but we want the main focus to be on the Shit Talkie YouTube channel and not the Geeks Forever one. But Geeks Forever is going to have content every day, including Dark Side of the Community will have its own YouTube channel as well. The only things that won't have its own YouTube channel is the Geeks Forever already has a YouTube channel, but the wrestling podcast, if we do that one, the specials and the secondary Geeks Forever podcast, I'm trying to come up with a name. Last year we did Elevation. I don't really like that. We're going to come up with a better name. If you guys have a name that we could use. Oh, they do have a Facebook page. Okay, cool. Thank you. Guys, go to actually, you know what? Do me a favor and post the YouTube, the Facebook page link in the channel. That way, if anybody watches, no, you know what? I'll post it. Make sure you guys check out AllCon in Dallas, Texas. Make sure you request Geeks Forever as panelists because yeah, we definitely want to go. We do have a brand new working relationship with. We're going to be doing a lot more with Deacon Rap this year. Definitely, we're going to be doing a lot more with him. We're going to be working with other panelists and other podcasters. So it's going to be a great year. It's going to be a great year. We did have. It does feel like some people have brought up that it does feel like we had a late start. That's not necessarily the case. Last year we started in March. This year we're starting at the ass end of January. So it's still good. We're still good. Still great. I don't really have that much left for this discussion. There's a lot like coming up with so Palworld looks like a great game. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm going to get the game. Like I'm gonna get it. I plan on getting the game. Right now you can get it on Steam for $26.99. It is on sale. I think it's 10% off. So $27 to get it on Steam. If you have the Xbox Game Pass, it is part of the Game Pass itself. So that's definitely 2 ways to play the game. Now, this is what I think is going to happen. This is what I believe will happen. I think Nintendo only released a statement to get everyone to shut the fuck up. They're like, look, Leave us alone. We can't do shit. What do you want us to do? What do you want from us? They passed all the trademark checks. There's like, what do you want me to do? I guaranteed you Nintendo before that, before the game came out, when Nintendo heard about this, they shit a chicken and did everything they could to stop this from releasing, to get it shut down. And they just couldn't do anything. There's nothing. I don't think they're gonna do it. They're gonna split hairs. They're gonna go in there. They're gonna deep dive into this game and they're gonna try to find any little thing they can to get this shut down. They're gonna get it shut down. So what's gonna happen is if they find anything, they're gonna try to take it to court and have a temporary removal of sale of the game. Now, if that happens, the game will be taken off Steam. Now, they'll appeal it. I doubt that will happen. Worst case scenario, they win their lawsuit, and then Palworld is now taken down. It's going to be Flappy Bird if Nintendo wins. It's going to be Flappy Bird. You know those phones that had Flappy Bird on them that were worth a lot of money because Flappy Bird got taken down because the creators got tired of making money. He's like, oh, I'm sick of being rich. I'm going to take down the game. That's such a load of shit. I guarantee you the guy that made Flappy Bird got sued by Nintendo as well, or got a cease and desist from Nintendo and was told not to say shit. It makes more sense, right? Because the damn Flappy Bird looks like the damn fish from the game. It's the same warp pipes. And at the end of the game, if you've ever seen the ending to the game, Mario shows up. To get to the end of the game, though, it is 999, I don't know, something 99. You got to max out the points. I guarantee you Nintendo said something and they took it down. Now, will that happen with Palworld? I seriously doubt it. I don't think Nintendo is going to be able to do anything about Palworld. It's bigger, longer, and uncut. Nah, I don't want to get in trouble with South Park. But is Nintendo going to do something about this? No. No, they're definitely going to try. Is there anything they can do right now? Possibly not. I don't think Nintendo will definitely. So what I'm trying to say is, I think Nintendo will try whatever they can to get this shit taken down. But are they going to win in the end? No, they're not. It doesn't make any sense for Nintendo to win this case. Do I think the Pokemon fans are stupid for, white knighting this fucking billion-dollar company? Absolutely. All right, let's get this comment on the screen. If I remember correctly, the amount of money he was making was getting to where he was getting an IRL death threats and feared for his family. That's why he pulled the game. I think it's both, honestly. I think Nintendo said something and like the death threats. But you remember the message that person posed, like, oh, I'm sick of being rich. Pretty much it was like, I'm sick of being rich. And Nintendo fans are like the shittiest fucking fandom in the world. Got it. What are people laughing at my fucking post? Like, I need a last minute co-host. You know, laugh. Ha. Funny. I'm just upset that the Pokemon fans are really the ones that are pressuring Nintendo into getting this shit taken down. They are just as bad as like WWE fans and AEW fans. And for those of you that are not wrestling fans, like for some reason the marks for AEW want WWE to go out of business, and the WWE marks want AEW to go out of business. Now, I do not like AEW. I think it's fucking stupid, but do I want them to go out of business? No. Um, do I like Nintendo? I love Nintendo's video games. I do love their games. I have played almost every single Pokemon game except for the Sun and Moon and the Black and White games. I have played Mario Party. I play the Mario games. I pay for the online pass, which is like, I don't know, like $4 or $5 a month. But I have a PS5 and I like that better. So I'm always gonna stick up for like other like besides, there are a shit ton of Pokemon ripoffs that Nintendo has not gone after, that Nintendo has not done shit against. The Nintendo, like, there's one on PlayStation right now. It's called Next Month something Mon something Next Month something. I don't know. Can somebody look it up for me when you get a chance? Let me know in the comment section. But it's pretty much a Pokemon ripoff. It's like a Pokemon ripoff clone. It's on the PlayStation Store right now. There's two of them. They don't do shit. They don't do shit about that. There's Digimon Cyber Sleuth, which is kind of like Pokemon in a way. I don't really think it is. I think it's more just like a basic RPG. People thought Digimon ripped off Pokemon. It didn't. But Digimon was a ripoff of Tamagotchis, but for boys. But even then, let's say Digimon is a ripoff of Pokemon. What about Monster Rancher? Well, that's no longer around, but could that be a Pokemon ripoff? And isn't Pokemon a ripoff of just basic cockfighting? And then, like, Pokemon fans are some of the worst. I think all anime fandoms are the fucking worst. That's why we're introducing a new panel called Do Anime Fans Secretly Hate Anime? Like, a lot of anime fans, especially older anime fans, including myself, hate newer animes. Like, I do not like Boruto. I call it burrito all the time to be funny, but I think it's a stupid fucking anime. I don't like. I'm gonna piss somebody off in the comment section. I don't like. Um, what is it called? There's a new one called Spy X Family or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. I don't like it either. It's stupid. But yeah, I mean, there are some great anime. There's some stupid anime. And that's what other YouTube channels are for, like Pixelation. That's his job to come up with a list of a bunch of anime I didn't even know existed and tell you, hey, you should go watch this because you know what? I like it. I think it's good. I think you should check it out. I'm like, I ain't watching that shit because first off, it looks stupid. That's just me though. That's just how I am. But when it comes to Pokemon, it sucks. Spy X Family is cute, but it's not for everyone. Uh, but like, ask yourselves, as an anime fan or as a comic book fan, do you hate the new shit? Because I grew up with like Roni Kenshin, Gundam Wing, Mobile Suit Gundam, Dragon Ball Z, Roni. Did I say Roni Kenshin? Sailor Moon, Saint Seiya, or in Spanish it was called Caballeros del Zodiaco, Ranma y Medio. Like, I grew up with a bunch of these animes. Tenchi Muyo, if you remember that one. And I grew up with a bunch of non-anime stuff. Batman the Animated Series, Megas XLR, Thundercats. The cartoon. I grew up with the Cartoon Network lineup when Cartoon Network was in its prime. By the way, let me put it this. I like how everyone is nostalgic for the 90s, but when you go back and you look at 90s shit, it was not that great either. Like, when you think about, like, people like to think about oh, the 90, like, oh, video games 20 years ago. When you think of video games 20 years ago, you think of like Super Nintendo, N64, Sega Genesis, the console wars, the bit wars. No, 20 years ago was PlayStation 2, was Xbox 360. You know, next, actually, no, Xbox 360 was 2005. So it was PS2, GameCube, and Xbox. Next year, 20 years ago, would be Xbox 360. In 2 years, PlayStation 3 will be 20 years ago. One thing I will say about mod. Okay, that's a good one. Let's see if it sucks. So we got some comments. Spy X Family is cute, but it's not for everyone. Fair. I love Sailor Moon, but I didn't actually get into the anime until 2009 or 2010. And one thing I'll say about modern anime is that there is now so much. Mostly it's the 12 episode series that may or may not continue depending on merchandise sales. And that's the crazy thing. Merchandise sales do make up like if an anime is considered successful or not. People talk about like, well, Dragon Ball Z won't let go, Dragon Ball won't let go, it won't go away, it's still going. That's because it sells merchandise, it sells merch, it sells shit. I am literally hunting down the drinks, these sparkling water drinks, because I'm collecting the cans. I have the energy drinks. I have the G Fuel ones. I have the anime ones that they released. I have two sparkling water energy drinks that they have. Like I have two of the Ramune bottles. I have a bunch of Dragon Ball stuff. I also have some non-Dragon Ball stuff. Like I'm collecting the G Fuel cans. I have Naruto, the two variants of Crash Bandicoot, Tetris, Sonic the Hedgehog, Pac-Man. What the hell is that other one? Oh, Mega Man. Just some random and like three random G Fuel cans, and then like Spyro the Dragon, and I have the Digimon milk teas, and I have the King of Fighters 97 special edition sparkling water cans. I've tried all those drinks, by the way. I've tried every single one of them. They all taste like shit. Even cold, I've tried them warm. I've tried them cold. They taste like shit. Well, that's all I got for today, guys. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you subscribe to the other channel. Make sure you check out this channel. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. Make sure you keep in touch with us. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on all of our platforms. We will hopefully see you at a convention pretty soon. If not, we'll be here every Monday, every Tuesday so far with the Geeks Forever podcast and the Shiitake Tuesdays. Now, Geeks Forever podcast is 7 to 9, and Shiitake, it starts at 7. We don't have we might make it just an hour long, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. Dark Side of the community will jumpstart in February. Egg Cosplay is returning to co-host, and hopefully we can get the Ravens flock back to co-host. By the way, we do have a major announcement, and we are reaching out to people. Tanti, you're gonna probably be on there as well. Spoiler alert, by the way. We are gonna do our all-girl podcast once again. I'm gonna reach out to Tina and Porcelain Doll. I've already reached out to somebody. We're definitely gonna redo that. That we will do in actually, we're gonna do a Valentine's Day special. What is Valentine's on a fucking Wednesday? So we might have to do it the day Friday or the day. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Valentine's Day is on a Wednesday. Most people have to work. I don't want to do it on a Friday because most people have conventions. I have plans in February. I will be in hopefully at CypherCon. I don't know. Like I said, we'll see. Comic Palooza is definitely a shoe-in because we do bring anime content to the convention. So I know for sure I'm gonna post a schedule and we'll just share that with y'all. But all right, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you're following the Shiitake Tuesdays podcast. We'll see you again. Hopefully, I want to say Monday. We'll be back on Monday. Monday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That would be 8 p.m. Eastern. for our regular Geek Survivor podcast, we're going to announce who won the People's Championship Award of the Year for 2023, Convention of the Year for 2023, the Geek Survivor Cosplayer Choice for 2023. And, we're just going to probably just, talk. We're going to review IkiCon. We're going to review a couple conventions. IkiCon being the first major convention of 2023. There's been other cons, but IkiCon is the only one that comes to mind. Did it do good? Did it do bad? Like I already saw one post where somebody was bitching about underage kids being on the con floor. Something like that. I don't fucking know. But all right, guys, thanks for joining me. We'll see you again soon. Like I said, we'll see you Monday. Everyone have a good night. Peace out. Stay classy.